Good morning, everybody. It's now 10:39 in the morning. I called in sick to work today. I woke up this morning around 7:20, 7:30 with the worst migraine that I have ever had. And it's weird because when I get migraines, I usually get them like in the middle of the day. It's usually when I've been staring at screens, or if I'm really stressed. I went through a period in January when I was getting ocular migraines at work almost every day, and it made my eyesight go funny. I'd have blind spots, and there wasn't any pain, but those were stress related, and I think partly the pill that I was on. Whereas now, like, I don't know what happened this morning. Like, my vision was blurry. I couldn't focus my eyes on anything. My head was pounding. And like, usually my migraines are visual. They're not like in my head. They're not like pain. I couldn't stand up really without feeling like really dizzy and feeling sick. And so I couldn't like get dressed to leave my house. And it's now 10:30. I've been in bed for 3 hours since I originally woke up, and I haven't slept. Like, I haven't gone back to sleep. I just had to lay there with my eyes closed. I couldn't even put an audiobook on. Like, I tried to put Harry Potter on just to like have it on, and I couldn't. Like, the noise and the light, I had to close my blinds. I'm actually feeling okay now, provided it doesn't come back and I'm like fine. I'm gonna be working from home. I called in sick this morning and was told it was completely fine, like, don't worry about it, take the day off. But I don't like taking the day off if I'm not sick. I don't mind working from home. Working from home is fine. And if I'm like ill, like very, very ill, like if I've got like a horrible cold or tonsillitis or something, then I really can't work because I'm just like in bed and dying. But when it's like headache based, it usually goes away and then I feel okay. So I don't feel like lethargic. I'm not like tired. I don't feel like I have a dull headache now. So we'll see if that carries on. I feel really lucky that I can work from home and that I work in a company that's really understanding of that and is so good about giving us the ability to work from home, but are also understanding, and they don't like make you feel bad for taking the day off if you need it. Because before this job, my last job, was so not understanding. They made you feel really terrible. I mean, our employee handbook in the last company that I worked at, I still have it somewhere. I can fact check and like quote this. The employee handbook said, if you're sick, show up anyway, like there's work to be done. I was like, okay, like sure, if I've got a cold and I'm a bit sniffly, but what if I've got something viral that I'm gonna like spread to everyone? Or like, what if I'm actually so sick that I can't come in? They made me come in on multiple occasions with tonsillitis, and it made me so much worse. I actually ended up in A&E at one point. Like, it's wild to me now that I work somewhere that's so like kind and like empathetic and lovely. This vlog started as an ode to my workplace. I didn't mean it to. I'm gonna try and crack on this morning. I actually quite enjoy working from home because it's like there's no distractions. There's no like office distractions, because I love everyone in my office and so I want to chat all the time. Cannot believe that this is how I look. Ugh. I've literally been at home all day. I've just popped to the shops with my flatmate Gio, and I got myself hello. Got myself a pot noodle. Now listen, I haven't had pot noodles since I was in boarding school, but for some reason I found these. These are the Nissin Soba Yakitori chicken noodles. They don't taste like chicken noodles. They don't taste like chicken. They don't taste like pot noodles. They taste like proper chicken, like takeaway noodles, which I love. So I'm having one of these, and I might have bought a few others because I can't be stopped. You guys know that I've been doing Gusto for 12 weeks now, but this week I actually had a break. I didn't order a box this week because originally I was gonna go spend this weekend with my friend Cherry, but then we've postponed. So basically I didn't have time to order a new box, but I'm not mad at it because this week, usually they're really good and they have like loads of really great recipes, but this week I just didn't feel inspired by anything on the menu. They have like 40 recipes that you can pick from every week, and you pick 4, and out of 40 recipes you're bound to find 4 that are like, you know, up your street. But this week I just couldn't get inspired by any of them, so I didn't order a box, which means I'm cooking for myself, which I'm clearly not doing very well at. My mom's gonna watch this video and she's gonna message me like, what are you doing? So today I worked from home. I ended up basically working all day. I was feeling okay by like 12, so I worked all afternoon and into like the late afternoon. So I'm ready for Tuesday. I don't feel like I've fallen behind on anything, which is nice. It's always annoying when you end up sick without, like, you never mean to be sick, but you know what I mean, like unexpectedly you feel sick and then you're like, I wasn't prepared for this. Usually when I feel a cold coming, I'll do like loads of work while I'm feeling okay, and then I don't fall behind while I'm ill. In a bit. You deliver gift. What is? Oh my god. Thanks for the coin.
I have to use these to open them because of my nails.
I opened it for you.
What the hell?
What? I did it with my nail.
I'll stick with my tweezers.
Alright. You stick to your methods.
I've got to stick to what works.
Me. On a really late lunch. It's only just like 2 p.m. Usually I go for lunch anywhere between like 12:30 and 1, but I've been so busy doing emails and editing videos and podcasts and photos and making graphics and all the things that I do in my job. So I'm just gonna go grab some lunch quickly, because I was gonna bring my lunch today, but then I forgot it this morning, which is just excellent. I have this really bad habit of cooking in the evenings and making enough for like the lunch the next day. And then in the morning, I'm so tired that I forget to bring it in, because I suck. But I'm going to the gym this afternoon and I'm gonna get back into running, which I'm so excited. I had to stop running when I was ill, and I haven't got back into it because I'm anxious that I'm not going to be able to run anymore, and I'm going to feel really sad that all my progress is gone, but the only way to do it is to do it. So I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to take you with me, it's going to be fun. We just need to get through the rest of today, which hopefully won't be too difficult. So I've come to sit down and have lunch at Leon. I'm not even hungry, but because I'm going to the gym, I know that I need to eat, otherwise I'm not going to be able to run properly. The last thing I want is to go to the gym and feel like shit again. So I'm just going to eat. Got myself a grilled halloumi wrap and some hummus, which I'm very excited about. But really though, I just need to stop forgetting my lunches. Okay, I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm at the gym. I'm gonna try my first run in the last 8 weeks. I've done other bits of exercise, just not running. I'm really ready for it to go tits up. I'm ready for it to be horrible. I'm ready for it all to go wrong, but I'm hoping it won't. Fingers crossed. You know what? That actually went so much better than I expected. I ran for 25 minutes and I ran for the rest of the minutes. And then, I ran for 20, God, my brain, I'm hungry. Ran for 25 minutes, walked for 5, so 2.5 minutes at the start, 2.5 minutes at the end. It's 6:30 in the morning. Well, at this point it's like 6:50. I've woken up. I need to get up. I'm in at work early for these events. We've got 3 back to back this morning. But for the life of me, I cannot get up. Like, I'm so tired. Yesterday I got home around like 7:30. I had dinner and then I passed out. I'm so tired. And I feel like the more I sleep, maybe the more tired I am when I wake up. It sounds really weird, but like I think my optimal sleeping time is anywhere between like 6.5 and 7 hours. I think if I sleep anywhere past 8.5 hours, I get really lethargic when I wake up. I just find it really difficult. But I need to get up. And I'm pulling out this camera because it lets me stay in bed, because I'm like, well, I'm doing something. I'm not just like laying in bed. I usually start work at 8:30. But on days where we have events, which is like 2 or 3 times a week, I have to be in at like 7:40, just to set up and everything. It's so tiring. It's my least favorite part of my job. I love my job and I love the company that I work for, but the early mornings on event days are my least favorite part of my job. I'm just not a morning person. I'm just not. I am so happy that it's Friday. I've just been to therapy. I've never talked about it in the vlogs. I never ever talk about it with anyone, ever. I go to therapy once every 2 weeks. It used to be weekly, now it's every 2 weeks. And I go on my lunch breaks at work so that it doesn't like interrupt my life. I'm quite lucky that the place is really close to my office and I can do that. This week has felt horrific in my head. I don't even know why. Like, I don't have a reason as to why I'm anxious and stressed and depressed. I think it's mostly hormonal, because I'm having a hormonal breakout, and I think my hormones are just a bit whack because it's around the time that I would expect for them to be whack. But I just haven't been able to wound down this week. Like, everything just feels huge, even if like logically it's not. Everything feels huge. Everything feels really like a lot of responsibility, even though it's not any more responsibility than it usually is. And I just haven't been able to switch off and relax. Like, even when I'm at home, I've been going to bed at like 8:30 every night because I'm just so mentally exhausted that I want to be asleep. It's not even that I'm physically tired, it's just I need to be asleep. My brain needs to switch off because I'm so like hazy. And so just went to therapy, which was nice. It's always nice to see her, my therapist. Feels like I'm catching up with a friend, even though it's obviously not that. And anyway, I have to go back to work because I only have about 5 minutes left of my lunch break, but I'm quite nearby. I've just realised I've placed myself in a really noisy location, so I hope that you can hear this okay. But yeah, my acne's back. I haven't had acne in about 2 months, 2.5 months, but it's back. And then after work, I'm gonna go to Westfield to pick up some of my core like skincare things that I've run out of. I'm gonna talk you through what I do for my skin actually, because it's really different than it was when I last was making videos. And people ask me all the time because I have acne, and a lot of you have acne too. So I'm gonna talk you through the product that I use because they're all cheap as chips and they work and they're great. Not spun. I'm just really buzzing for it to be the weekend. I'm hoping that this weekend I can actually switch off and let my brain rest while awake, not just while asleep. Honest to God, everything took a turn for the worse today, and I just want to go home and have a cry, like a stress cry, but I've just bought the skincare bits that I wanted to get. I got them from a shop called Deciem. They're the Ordinary products, and they're cheap and cheerful, and they work. And now I'm gonna go home. Just gonna go home. Today has been so cleansing. As you can see, I've just come out the shower. I've got a wet hair look going on, and I've just had like a little face mask on to help with these spots, help them go down. My skin and I aren't really friends. It's more like an abusive relationship where I just try my damnedest to not make her mad, you know? It's not great. But I have had such a cleansing day. I've done laundry. It's just like finishing up now so I can hang it up. I cleansed my room. I went through everything I own, basically everything I own on like a surface level. So everything that's displayed on my headboard, on my desk, all the papers that I had just like stacked up in my little like file cabinet that I throw things into to deal with later and then don't. So I've got paperwork and socks on my bed at the moment that I need to put away, but I'm just feeling really good, and I've just been in my bathroom sort of clearing out everything that I own. I'm just gonna go in and show you. The mirror is still a bit steamy from my shower, but this is basically my bathroom station. I have like my body buffer from when I fake tan, and my face cloth that's got the charcoal stuff all over it because I've just washed my face. I've got my beauty blenders that I have these little holders for from Real Techniques to dry them out when they're wet. And then this used to be a mess, like a mess. So now I've just got all my skincare in here. These are like brushes that I don't carry with me. I've got my moisturizer. I'll talk you through these in a minute. Then I've got foundations and stuff, powders, miscellaneous things that I don't really use but I don't want to get rid of yet, face masks, and I'm gonna blur that and not tell you what that is. And then I've got like spares of like, I don't know, toothbrushes and stuff. For this whole year, I've been trying to get into like a much more minimalistic type of approach to the amount of products that I use. I realized that I had so much stuff lying around that I never finished, like shampoos, conditioners, hair masks, all that kind of stuff. I had so much of it lying around, stuff that I bought because I wanted to try and then didn't finish because I ended up trying something else and buying something else. So this year, I basically haven't really bought anything like product wise because I had so much shampoo lying around. I had so many like body washes and cleansers and like all these things. So I've just been using everything up. And once I get to the end of everything I own, then I will go out and buy the one set of things that I use and need, and that's gonna be it. I'm just not curious about like products anymore. I've just found that, you know, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really make a difference. If I find the one shampoo and conditioner that works, great. The one foundation that works, great. Mascara, makeup, everything. Like, I just need one thing that does a good job, and that's it. And when I got to the bottom of my skincare, I discovered The Ordinary, not Spawn, of course it's not Spawn, like who am I? And these are the bits that I got yesterday. I'm gonna put you up somewhere and show you. So I'm a big fan of the Pixie Glow Tonic. It does incredible things for my skin, but it's more expensive for a smaller bottle than the glycolic acid toning solution from The Ordinary. I bought the small size of The Ordinary Squalane cleanser. I'm gonna give this a go. I've never tried this before, but it was £5. The Ordinary is so cheap, by the way, like so cheap, and so good. And yeah, I figured I'd give the small bottle a go, and then if I get on with it, then I'll get the big one. So that's gonna live there for now. And then the two serum-y things that I get from The Ordinary, this one's the niacinamide 10% plus zinc 1%. This is the holy grail of my skin, and I know my skin looks like shit at the moment, but that's because I haven't been using these products. Like, I've slacked on my skincare so much, and also it's hormonal, so I can't do very much about it. That noise is my washing machine, by the way. I picked the worst possible time to start talking to you. Niacinamide got rid of all my like skin texture issues. So if I had like little bumps, or if I had like really oily skin, this essentially like evens out the texture of your skin by preventing your skin from making too much oil and then breaking you out. So I use this once a day in the evening, and I use the hyaluronic acid 2% plus B5. This is also amazing. It's just very hydrating. I have oily skin, which means my skin is like dry from the inside and is producing extra oil. So I use the hyaluronic acid to like make sure that my skin's like hydrated, and then that stops me from creating excess oil. So that with this just is the perfect combination for nice skin. So these are the things I got, and now I can throw this in the bin. It just makes me so happy to see everything laid out like this, like everything's within reach, everything's organized. I have all the products within reach that I have to use every evening when I'm like getting ready or taking my makeup off. And I've also got an eye cream that I haven't told you about. It's the Origins Ginseng Refreshing Eye Cream. It's really good. I do like it. It smells like oranges. So I'm gonna do my skincare now, and then we're gonna put my food away because my food's arrived. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. Okay, my washing is done. I've hung it up, and now I get to find out what food I ordered because it was a long time ago now and I don't remember, but I'm so happy that I got this again. I think I mentioned it earlier this week. I didn't get a Gusto box for this week just been. Biggest mistake ever, by the way, because I felt like shit all week. I've eaten like shit all week. My face is showing that. So this week I've got 10-minute chicken chow mein. Yes, that looks really good. My 3 cheese veg pasta bake. You guys know I love this. I've made this every other box that I've had. I love it so much. King prawn paella with lemon aioli. Ooh, not a big fan of aioli, but I can always just not put it in. So, yeah, king prawn paella, yes. And warming chicken buna, rice, and naan. Look, I'm salivating. I'm tempted to make the pasta bake tomorrow because then that'll do me for lunches for 2 of the days of the week, and then that's me sorted. Might have the king prawn paella or the warming chicken buna, rice, and naan. I'm gonna save the 10-minute chicken chow mein for at some point in the week when I have had a busy evening and I want to make a quick dinner. Augusto, thank you. As a thank you for your purchase, here's £50 to spend on some out of this world wine from our friends at Virgin Wines. Yeah, okay, but what's the catch? You must be over 18, 1 use per customer. Cannot be used in conjunction with any other offer. Really? Is this just 50 quid to spend on wine? Ah! Well, I will be using that. Thank you, Gusto, for sending that. Everything else, though, is going in the bin. The recipes. I have this little folder that they send to you, and I actually had too many, so I went and threw away all of the repeats and the ones that I didn't love that I'm not gonna do again. So yeah, happy with that. But I found this in my paperwork, and I got sent this maybe like 4 weeks ago now, and I completely forgot about it. So it's a little thing that they send to people when they get to their 10th box, which this isn't my 10th box, it's like my 15th. But yeah, so they sent me a little gold ticket to give to a friend, and I'm gonna give it to you. There's only 1 code, but with this code, you get 1 free Gusto box. So that's 4 recipes for 2 people, which is what I get, or 2 recipes for 4 people. So depending on your situation, you can choose whatever you fancy. And you get 1 free Gusto box and then 30% off every box for that month if you choose to stick to it. So you get a discount, and you just get a free box. Like, I've been here telling you, like, you can get boxes for like your first box for 15 quid or something if you use my code, which is still true. It is down below. But with this code, there's only one code. One of you can get a free box to try this for yourself. And they didn't send this to me because I'm an influencer. They don't know who I am. Like, I'm no one. They send this to everyone, but I don't really have a friend that I know that wants a box that doesn't already have a box. So I thought I'd give it to you guys. So the code is up on the screen right now. It's gold 2105733. There's only one to be redeemed. So let me know if you get it. That'd be so cool. Like, let me know what recipes you picked. I just love this, and it's valid until the 31st of October. So as you're watching this right now, it'll be the 27th of October, the day this video goes up. So you have a couple of days still to redeem it. It's valid until the 31st, but how cool. It's only 20 to 5, but I'm already so hungry, and the paella is gonna take 35 minutes to make apparently. So by the time I sit down to eat, it'll be 5. And I know I'm not British, but like, I live in Britain, and so I think that that's an acceptable time for me to have dinner if I so decide that I'm hungry. I'm also 25 years old, and I don't need anyone's permission or validation to eat whenever I want to eat, so I'm gonna make my dinner. Oh my goodness. So I had the most rude awakening for a Saturday morning. Yes, that is a bag full of paperwork and trash that needs to go in the bin. But I had the most rude awakening. It was about like 10 a.m. this morning. And I was sat in bed editing the vlog naked because I sleep naked, and there was a knock at my door. It was my landlord and the gas man, and they had to do like a gas certificate check, and I knew that they were coming, but I'd completely forgotten because I had such a mental week. I just didn't write it down. And yeah, so I had to like scramble, get myself dressed, come to the door, and then there was someone sleeping in the living room because Gio had gone out with her boyfriend and they brought someone home who needed to crash. So there was just like a blow-up bed in the living room, like everything was a mess, and I was just like, oh my god, my landlord's in my house, and it's like, it's a unexpected visitor. And anyway, everything's fine with our gas, you'll be happy to know. Our boiler is working, our hob is fine, all of our smoke detectors and like gas detectors are working fine, so there's no risk of us dying an untimely death without knowing about it. And I've just sat and edited the vlog, and it's 30 minutes long, so I'm really conscious that I don't want to speak for ages, but thank you guys so much for watching. I'm not feeling great about the vlog this week. I know I said that last week, but this week I'm feeling worse about it. I think because I've had such a shit week mentally. Like I said, like there's nothing wrong, but mentally I'm not doing very well. I'm actually going to go on some new vitamins to boost vitamin D, B12, and a bunch of things that I think I'm lacking. I need to go do another blood test. I had one recently, but I'm going to do it again just to double check what it is that I do need to supplement on now that the time has changed. And my SAD is gonna just kick in. For everyone asking me what SAD is, by the way, it's seasonal affective disorder. It's a different kind of seasonal depression that I get in the winter, and that I've had in the winter every year since I moved to the UK. And I've done multiple things to try and like fix it. I have my Lumi lamp, this little thing which like mimics a sunset and releases hormones in my brain to make me think that the time is later than it is and that there's light outside. And I've taken lots of pills for it that haven't personally worked very well. This year I'm going to be doing injections, so I'm going to the hospital to do those. I'm just trying my very best. I'm just doing my very, very best. But thank you guys so much for watching. Do give this vlog some love because I'm gonna need it. Let me know if you redeem the free Gusto box, and let me know what recipes you order. And that's it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next week.